Hi, this is John for BeesTV. Just talking about the Coventry game. Um, Good win. Happy with that. Started very well. I thought Coventry were wide open for the first half an hour. Um, they gave us far too much space, but saying that, we utilised it really well. I thought Jensen was outstanding today, my man of the match. So yeah, he silenced a few critics that that he couldn't play there. I mean, he may have found it tougher against different opposition, but he played that outstandingly well. I loved the way he was receiving the ball deep. He's always an eye on making a quick forward pass when he did receive it deep. I thought Josh De Silva was excellent as well. As again, he just looks better and better. I mean, he's so strong. He always seems to have time on the ball, which for me has always been the sign of a good player when they just seem to have time. He can receive the ball in tight areas, and he just kind of will assess the situation, use his strength, turn, and his skill, and he's away. He's fantastic. Could have easily. I was ruining those missed chances in the first half an hour because I thought that might cost us a bit, But yeah, we went in at 0-0, decent first half. They came back into it a bit after the injury to Rico. I'm so glad he's not. I think he, really showed today how much we need him in the side. Really, he just gives us another dimension, and he never stops running. So I'm really glad that he saw the game out. And I thought second half. Yeah, we started really brightly. It was a bit like second half kicking towards Ealing Road where we just stepped it up and and it's kind of shooting towards a goal where the imaginary fans are, but we just seem to step it up a bit. And two great finishes from Tony, especially his second. Well, both great finishes in their own way. The first one, was kind of instinctive because he realised that it was going wide and got a leg out, and then it went. I did worry it was offside for a second, but it didn't look like it on the replay. And then a fantastic ball in from Mark Andes for the second, real quality ball and a beautiful, powerful header. I think Ivan Toney. I mean, well, he's certainly if he carries on the way he's going, he's gonna score 40. We'll see. Let's hope that injury is just a precaution that he went off with because he looks really good. He looks better each game, and even against Preston, he still scored two great goals, even though it was a terrible performance team wise. Real highlight for me today was Vitaly Janelt coming on. He just slotted in like naturally into that position. Quick feet, good bit of turn of pace, pinged some really nice passes, played it simple when he needed to. I thought he looks really good. So yeah, that's promising because with the possibility of either Jensen or Vettel in that holding role, then hopefully we'll be okay until Norgard's back, which it's a shame he's out for a while. But very promising. Still a lot to improve on. I thought both Mboima and Canos are not quite at it at the moment. They just look a bit low on confidence, possibly, particularly Canos. He's not really kind of. He's playing a bit safe at the moment. He doesn't really want to run at people and kind of get the ball out of his feet and have a go or whipping across. It's all a bit safe. Some of his passes are going astray. He wasn't terrible, but he's not at his best. And Brian Mbuemo hasn't been at his best since he had COVID-19. He just hasn't. And he's still contributed a lot. He's been involved in goals, so you keep him in the side because he'll always offer you something. But he's got another two gears to go up, and hopefully, as the season progresses, that will happen. So yeah, overall, I think there's a lot to improve still. I think, we let Coventry back into the game at 2-0 too easily. We didn't manage the situation as well as we could, and we were living a little bit of a charmed life, after the 2-0, because they hit the bar and they had some other good chances, and which I think were preventable. I think as a unit we're not quite defending well enough at the moment, but we got a clean sheet, and that's good, and that will build confidence. I was really glad to see Raya back in the side. I think he'll win you 10 points a season. I think he's just that much better than Daniels. I like Daniels. I think he's never really let us down too badly, but Raya is Premier League quality, as the transfer window kind of proved. So it's great to see him back at number one, and his shirt to lose, which I very much doubt he will. Good to see Godos come on and get a 10, 15 minutes in midfield. Looked decent again. Same as the last of the Fulham game. He was reasonably quiet, and we haven't seen quite the bursting runs and the shots. But that will come, and he needs time to get into the Championship. It's a tough league. It's very fast, very 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 aggressive. So yeah, good signs. If I was to pick sort of where weaknesses, if you like, it's the wings at the moment. I think we need a bit more from those two, or start with Fosu, which I think might happen eventually. I have a feeling that further into the season, Fosu might be first choice. But we won that game with that side, and so no complaints. And it's a long season, and there's a lot of fixtures coming up. So yeah, happy with that. And yeah, hopefully take some confidence into the midweek game now, and another win, and we'll be up around the playoffs where we need to be. And that's as long as we're in touching distance of the top, I'm not too worried about where we are. As long as we're within 5-6 points, moving into Christmas, then I think we'll get stronger as the season goes on, because we've got so many young players that are improving. I mean, just look at how much Josh Da Silva has improved over the last year. He's added, he's got a spectacular goal in him, but now he just looks like an England player, like first team player. He just looks absolute quality, and we've got a lot of other young players that are improving. So I think we'll get better, and and pick up the points and move up the table. So yeah, happy with that. I'll have a good weekend off the back of that. Go on, you bees.